Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something deeply rooted in human attraction. Something beyond mere looks, beyond what society tells us is desirable. It's about energy, presence, and the habits that create an irresistible aura. You see, attraction isn't just a physical experience, it's a field of energy. And when a woman embodies certain qualities, she becomes magnetic. She doesn't chase, she attracts. She doesn't demand attention, she commands it effortlessly. So, what are these 5 habits that make a woman undeniably attractive to men? Let's dive in. 1. The power of unshakable confidence. Confidence is not arrogance, it is a knowing, an unshakable trust in oneself. A confident woman enters a room and people feel her presence before she speaks. She moves with intention, she owns her choices, and she doesn't shrink for anyone. Confidence isn't about proving anything to others. It's about knowing who you are and standing firmly in that truth. 2. Authenticity and self-love. The most magnetic energy in the world is authenticity. A woman who loves herself without needing external validation exudes a rare kind of beauty. She's not trying to fit into a mold. She embraces her quirks, her strengths, her flaws, and in doing so, gives others permission to do the same. Men are drawn to women who are unapologetically themselves, because there's nothing more intoxicating than truth. 3.A. Growth-oriented mindset. What's more attractive than a woman who is always evolving? A woman who is curious, passionate, and constantly expanding her mind and soul. She's not waiting for someone to complete her. She is already whole, already growing, already on her path. And when she walks that path, she naturally pulls others into her world. 4. Emotional intelligence and feminine grace. A woman who understands her emotions and navigates them with wisdom holds a rare power. She is both strong and soft. She doesn't suppress her emotions, nor is she ruled by them. She moves through life with a balance of strength and grace. This emotional intelligence makes her a sanctuary, a safe space where a man can show up fully, without masks or pretenses. 5. Passion and purpose. Passion is fuel. It ignites not only the woman who carries it, but also those around her. A woman who wakes up with a sense of purpose, who is on fire for something bigger than herself, creates an irresistible energy field. Men are deeply drawn to women who are inspired, because inspiration is contagious. 6. Playfulness and lightness. Let's not forget one of the most beautiful energies a woman can embody: playfulness. A woman who can laugh, who can bring lightness to a situation, who isn't burdened by the need to control everything, she is a breath of fresh air. This is the kind of energy that keeps relationships alive, that makes moments unforgettable. So, my friends, attraction is not about the surface. It's about frequency, energy, and how a woman shows up in the world. When she embodies confidence, authenticity, growth, emotional intelligence, passion, and playfulness, she becomes not just attractive, but unforgettable. The question isn't, how can I make someone like me? The real question is, how can I become so aligned, so radiant, that the right energy naturally finds me? Because when you become that woman, everything changes. Confidence isn't something you put on like a coat. It's something that radiates from within. It's not about being the loudest in the room or demanding attention. It's about embodying a quiet, undeniable certainty in who you are. True confidence doesn't need validation. It isn't swayed by opinions, nor does it shrink in the face of rejection. It is a deep-rooted knowing that you are enough, exactly as you are. Men are naturally drawn to women who exude this energy because it signals self-trust and emotional security. When a woman is confident, she doesn't chase, she attracts. She isn't waiting for someone to choose her because she has already chosen herself. She moves through life with a sense of purpose, with the understanding that her worth isn't determined by external circumstances, but by the way she sees herself. A confident woman is magnetic because she carries an aura of certainty. She walks into a room and people feel her presence. Not because she seeks attention, but because her energy demands it. She makes eye contact, she speaks with conviction, and she doesn't hesitate to express herself. She doesn't over-explain or seek approval because she knows that her value isn't up for negotiation. Confidence is also about resilience. It's about standing tall even when life throws challenges your way. It's the ability to face failure, rejection, or criticism without letting it shake your core. A woman with unshakable confidence understands that setbacks don't define her, they refine her. She doesn't let fear of judgment control her actions because she knows that fear is an illusion designed to keep her small. Instead, she steps forward with courage, knowing that she is in control of her own narrative. And here's the most powerful part. Confidence is deeply attractive because it creates a sense of emotional safety. A man feels drawn to a woman who is secure in herself because that security is contagious. She doesn't create unnecessary drama, she doesn't play games, and she doesn't need constant reassurance. Her presence alone is enough to create an environment where connection thrives. A confident woman isn't waiting for permission to be who she is. She owns her desires, her opinions, and her space in the world. And in doing so, she becomes a force that is not only seen, but felt. Authenticity is one of the most powerful forces of attraction. It is the ability to stand fully in who you are, without filtering yourself to fit someone else's expectations. A woman who is authentic doesn't wear a mask. She doesn't mold herself into what she thinks others will like. Instead, she embraces her uniqueness, the quirks, the flaws, the strengths, and everything in between. She moves through life with the understanding that real beauty comes not from perfection, but from truth. Self-love is the foundation of authenticity. When a woman genuinely loves herself, she doesn't seek validation from external sources because she has already validated herself. She doesn't rely on others to fill a void within her, nor does she bend and twist herself just to be accepted. She knows her worth, and because of that, she only invites people into her life who honor and respect it. Men are deeply drawn to this energy because it is rare and it is powerful. There is nothing more captivating than a woman who is completely at home within herself. This kind of woman doesn't apologize for taking up space. She doesn't hide parts of herself to make someone else comfortable. She laughs loudly if she wants to. She speaks her mind without fear of judgment. She expresses herself in a way that feels natural to her, not in a way that she thinks will make her more likable. She is real, and that realness is magnetic. Authenticity also creates a deep sense of emotional security. When a woman is true to herself, there are no guessing games. She doesn't pretend to be someone she's not in the early stages of a relationship, only to reveal a different side later. What you see is what you get, and that kind of honesty is incredibly attractive. A man can trust her energy because it's consistent. There's no need to decode mixed signals or wonder what she really means. She says what she means and means what she says. And perhaps the most beautiful thing about an authentic woman is that she gives others permission to be themselves as well. Her presence is freeing. She doesn't judge, she doesn't manipulate, and she doesn't try to control. She simply exists in her truth, and that truth invites deep, genuine connection. When a man meets a woman like this, he feels an undeniable pull toward her. Not just because she is attractive, but because she is real. And in a world full of masks, real is irresistible. A woman with a growth-oriented mindset is endlessly magnetic because she is in a constant state of evolution. She is not stagnant, she is expanding. She doesn't settle for complacency, nor does she allow herself to be defined by her past. Instead, she moves forward with curiosity, always seeking to learn, improve, and elevate her life. This energy is intoxicating because it signals vitality. It shows that she is engaged with life, excited by possibility, and driven by a desire to become the best version of herself. Men are deeply drawn to women who embody this mindset because it creates an aura of possibility. She isn't stuck in old patterns or limiting beliefs. She doesn't dwell on what went wrong or let setbacks define her. Instead, she sees challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and discomfort as a sign of growth. She understands that every experience, whether good or bad, is shaping her into someone stronger, wiser, and more aligned with her purpose. This kind of woman is never boring because she is always evolving. She reads, she explores, she asks deep questions, and she seeks new experiences that push her beyond her comfort zone. She doesn't wait for life to happen to her, she actively shapes it. This creates a natural sense of excitement and unpredictability, which keeps the energy in a relationship alive. A man who connects with a woman like this feels inspired by her presence. He sees her passion, her ambition, and her refusal to settle, and it ignites something in him as well. More than that, a growth-oriented woman is resilient. She doesn't break under pressure. She adapts, she recalibrates, and she keeps going. She doesn't play the victim or blame external circumstances for where she is in life. She takes ownership of her journey. This self-responsibility is incredibly attractive because it shows that she is in control of her own destiny. She doesn't need someone to complete her. She is already whole, but she is open to sharing her journey with someone who values growth as much as she does. Her mindset creates an energy of inspiration. When she walks into a room, people feel the depth of her ambition, her hunger for knowledge, and her refusal to remain the same person she was yesterday. She makes people want to be better, not because she forces them to, but because her energy naturally elevates those around her. A man who encounters this kind of woman doesn't just see her as attractive, he sees her as a force of nature, and that is a level of attraction that goes beyond the surface. It's something that lasts, something that leaves an unforgettable imprint. A woman with emotional intelligence carries a rare kind of power, the ability to understand, regulate, and express her emotions in a way that fosters deep connection. She is not controlled by her feelings, nor does she suppress them. Instead, she navigates them with wisdom and grace. She knows how to communicate her needs without drama, set boundaries without fear, and handle conflict without losing herself in the process. This level of self-awareness creates an aura of stability, making her presence feel safe and grounding. Men are naturally drawn to this because emotional intelligence signals maturity. It shows that a woman is in control of her inner world, that she doesn't react impulsively but instead responds with intention. She doesn't let fleeting emotions dictate her actions, nor does she expect others to manage her feelings for her. Instead, she takes responsibility for her emotional state, which fosters trust and respect in any relationship. A man feels at ease in her presence because he knows he can be himself without fear of unnecessary conflict or unpredictable emotional swings. Alongside this depth of understanding, a truly captivating woman embraces her femininity. She is in touch with her softness, her warmth, and her ability to nurture, not in a way that makes her weak, but in a way that makes her magnetic. She carries an effortless grace, an energy that makes others feel seen, understood, and valued. This femininity is not about conforming to outdated stereotypes. It is about embracing the natural flow of emotion, intuition, and presence that makes a woman uniquely powerful. She knows that true strength is not about always being tough, but about knowing when to be soft. She doesn't try to out-masculinize the world. Instead, she leans into the power of her feminine essence. Her ability to inspire, to uplift, to create a space where deep connection can thrive. Men are drawn to this because it balances their own energy, creating a dynamic that feels both exciting and harmonious. This combination of emotional intelligence and femininity makes a woman unforgettable. She is both strong and graceful, independent yet deeply connected. She moves through life with an open heart but a clear mind, allowing her emotions to guide her without overwhelming her. This balance creates a presence that is deeply attractive, not just in the way she looks, but in the way she makes others feel when they are around her. Could you clarify what you mean by see? Are you looking for something specific? There is something undeniably magnetic about a woman who carries a sense of playfulness and lightness. She moves through life with an ease that is contagious, bringing laughter, joy, and spontaneity wherever she goes. She doesn't take herself too seriously, nor does she get weighed down by unnecessary stress or drama. Instead, she embraces the present moment, finding beauty in the simple things and bringing a sense of fun into any interaction. This energy is incredibly attractive because it makes being around her feel effortless and exciting. Men are deeply drawn to this quality because it creates a refreshing contrast to the heaviness of daily life. The world can be stressful, responsibilities can pile up, and challenges will always arise. But a woman who can laugh, play, and bring lightness to those moments becomes a source of relief and joy. She doesn't dwell on negativity or allow small inconveniences to ruin her day. Instead, she shifts perspectives, choosing to see challenges as opportunities and allowing herself to find humor in the imperfections of life. This kind of woman isn't afraid to be silly. She doesn't overanalyze every situation or let self-consciousness hold her back. She dances when she feels like it, teases in a way that sparks connection, and allows her playful side to shine through without fear of judgment. She knows that attraction isn't just about intensity or deep conversations. It's also about shared laughter, inside jokes, and the kind of carefree energy that makes life feel lighter. Her playfulness doesn't mean she lacks depth, it means she understands balance. She knows when to be serious and when to let go. She can be ambitious, driven, and emotionally intelligent while still carrying an energy of joy. This ability to bring both depth and lightness makes her incredibly captivating. A man who connects with a woman like this feels energized in her presence. He doesn't feel pressured, drained, or burdened by unnecessary emotional weight. Instead, he feels uplifted, drawn into the ease and excitement of simply being with her. Playfulness is also a powerful tool for maintaining long-term attraction. Relationships can sometimes fall into routine, but a woman who keeps things fun and unpredictable ensures that the spark never fades. She keeps things interesting, not through effort or strategy, but simply by allowing her natural joy to shine through. She turns ordinary moments into memorable ones, making even the simplest experiences feel special. At the core of this energy is a deep sense of self-assurance. A woman who is playful and lighthearted is not weighed down by insecurities or the fear of looking foolish. She is free to express herself, to enjoy life, and to invite others into that joy. And that kind of freedom, it's intoxicating. Speech. Men are super attracted to women with these 5 habits. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that goes beyond appearances, beyond fleeting attraction, something that creates a lasting, undeniable pull between two people. Attraction is not just about how someone looks, it's about how they make others feel. It's about the energy they bring into a room, the way they carry themselves, and the way they engage with life. There are women who, the moment they walk into a space, seem to have a gravitational force around them. They don't chase attention, it naturally finds them. They don't seek validation, they already have it within. What is it that makes these women so captivating? It's not luck. It's not just beauty. It's a way of being. And today we're diving into the 5 habits that make a woman truly magnetic. First, unshakable confidence. Confidence isn't about arrogance, nor is it about perfection. It's about a deep-rooted trust in oneself. A confident woman doesn't need external approval because she has already approved of herself. She walks with certainty, she speaks with conviction, and she doesn't shrink to make others comfortable. Confidence is an energy, one that draws people in without effort. Then authenticity and self-love. The most irresistible women are the ones who are unapologetically themselves. They don't wear masks or pretend to be something they're not just to be liked. They embrace their flaws, their quirks, their uniqueness. When a woman truly loves herself, she doesn't settle for half-hearted love from others. She sets a standard, and men respect and admire that. Next, a growth-oriented mindset. A woman who is constantly evolving is a woman who is endlessly fascinating. She's not stagnant, she's always learning, always expanding, always stepping into a higher version of herself. This energy is contagious. It inspires the people around her. She doesn't wait for life to happen to her. She creates her own path. And in doing so, she becomes a force that no one can ignore. Then, emotional intelligence and femininity. There is incredible power in a woman who understands her emotions and moves through life with grace. She doesn't let her feelings control her, nor does she suppress them. She expresses them with wisdom. She knows when to be strong and when to be soft. She carries a feminine energy that is nurturing, intuitive, and deeply connected to herself and others. This creates a sense of warmth, a space where a man feels truly seen and understood. And finally, playfulness and lightness. Life is heavy enough. People are drawn to those who bring joy, laughter, and a sense of ease. A woman who doesn't take herself too seriously, who finds humor in the little things, and who can turn ordinary moments into unforgettable ones is incredibly attractive. She makes life feel lighter, and that kind of energy is addictive. So what does all of this mean? It means that attraction is not about trying to be what you think others want. It's about becoming the most aligned, radiant, and fully expressed version of yourself. It's not about changing who you are. It's about stepping into the woman you were always meant to be. Because when a woman carries these habits, she doesn't need to chase or prove anything. The right energy, the right people, and the right relationships will naturally find her. The question isn't, how do I make someone like me? The real question is, how do I become so magnetic, so in tune with myself, that the right person recognizes me immediately? When you become that woman, everything changes.